Mr. Speaker.
Order. Questions for oral answer. Ms. Joan Pereira.
Question 1.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my response for question 1 will also address the written PQ raised by Mr. Leon Pereira in today's order paper and a similar question raised by Associate Professor James Lim for future sitting. A couple of those questions have been overtaken by events. Nevertheless, I thought it's useful to answer them and take some SQs. We have started using the bivalent Moderna Spikevax vaccine on the 14th of October this year. And the bivalent, there's another bivalent vaccine, which is the Pfizer-BioNTech Comirnaty one, is expected to be available by the end of this year. Bivalent vaccines provide better protection against newer COVID-19 variants compared to the original vaccines, and we recommend individuals who are eligible to take it. We are prioritizing persons aged 50 and above for the additional booster dose with the bivalent vaccine. As this age group, persons of this age group, they are at higher risk of severe disease from infection. We are planning to invite those aged 18 to 49 for vaccination later in the year as we secure more supplies. And I hope we will secure them in a matter of weeks. Those who are eligible and have recently recovered from a COVID-19 infection, they are recommended to receive the bivalent vaccine at 3 months after their infection. It's a very common question. So you are infected, wait 3 months, you can take the bivalent vaccine if you are eligible. Mr. Leon Pereira had asked about reopening vaccination centers at community clubs and community centers. I think specifically he asked for Serangoon CC. Vaccination centers and our joint testing and vaccination centers, JTVCs, they are chosen based on their proximity to high population density areas, good accessibility, and availability of the venue to support vaccination operations over a sustained period of time. Currently, we have 11 JTVCs and VCs, and together with our network of 221 participating public health preparedness clinics and 20 polyclinics provide, and all of them add together, provide sufficient convenience and access to vaccinations. But of course, as demand changes, we'll continue to review the adequacy of this network.
Ms. Joan Pereira.
Thanks, Speaker. Thanks, Minister, for your reply. I have one SQ. Residents aged 50 and above who have already taken their second booster are not sure if they can take the bivalent vaccine and when to take. For those aged 80 and above, many took in April, so that's more than 5 months, but less than a year. And for those aged 50 to 79, many took in June, less than 5 months of their second booster shot. So can Minister advise? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that question. It's a very common question we face on the ground. I meet so many people that to repeatedly answer this question. Answer is yes, 5 months after their second booster, they are recommended to take the bivalent vaccine. As I explained earlier, we have moved to a new system where we stop counting the number of booster shots we take. We are living with the COVID-19 virus. So what we are recommending people now is that 2 concepts. 1, please attain your minimum protection, which is 3 doses of mRNA. Beyond that, take an additional latest vaccine 5 months after your last shot. 5 months after the last shot and no longer than 12 months. So 5 to 12 months. Essentially, for most people, it works out to taking a booster every year. So for your residents 50 and above, please advise them. I understand there has been some confusion. Some people mixed up bivalent and second booster. They all have concept of 2 in it. And if you use vernacular languages, some of them are even more confusing. We are thinking of some simple publicity, simple graphic, which we intend to use advertising space, and hopefully we can communicate this clearly to the public in the next few days.
Mr. Yip Hon Wing.
Thank you. I just have one SQ. Should a person who have multiple COVID infections still take the boosters? Thank you.
Answer is yes. Once you reach the booster stage, it's best to ignore your infection, because now that we have hybrid immunity from our vaccinations as well as infection, there are many individuals now who hardly have any response or symptoms after they are infected. So I think it's best not to count infection, take our boosters and take our jabs diligently.